the active exhaust valves on the 2015 Hellcat. We do complete system, but this here I wanted to show you how we put this on, because it's a little bit, there's a few moving parts here. We include this plate, this and this. This is a little dogger drive, and then there's a little bolt kit, and these three nuts here are your factory nuts that came when you pulled your factory actuators off. So what we do first is we put the plate on like that, fits on like so. Take the short bolt, put that on the back towards the motor end. And all the factory nuts go on first, because we also utilize them as a spacer. So this is very important that the nuts go on first. Now you take your two longer bolts, put them there. Once again, back to the factory nuts. The factory nuts are 8mm and the other ones are 3/8, so we'll have two different wrenches you'll need here. Just kind of snug them up. Now you take this little dogger drive thing here, where you'll have to pull your spring out. There's a little spring that goes in between here and the factory exhaust valves. The factory exhaust valves that you're not going to use anymore. You take this, it's a pretty tight fit, it slips in there really nice. And then you take this plate that we supplied, so I got to put it on the right way though. It fits over here, fits in like that. Now we have it adjustable here, because sometimes when you pull them off, these motors are self-adjusting every time you key them on. So basically, put it on, get it close, you know, kind of run it over there. You can see there's a little bit of a gap yet, but these motors make about a 90-degree sweep when it's first keyed on after you plug them in. So they'll come over and they'll touch off against that, and then they'll go and touch off against this side, and then they're set, so that they think that they're operating the exhaust valve yet. Okay, now you take this one here is the 3/8 nut. So snug that guy up, and now you're set. Now we'll go out and show you where we located these on the car. Okay, now we're underneath the car. This is a lot easier before the exhaust is installed. So you'll notice in our instructions we do that first. But we've already installed the exhaust, and we're gonna show you this is where the factory wiring is. And it plugs in, there's a little hole in the factory hanger. So we'll remove that. It's like one of those push style pins. And we put a little hole on this bracket here. Now, I don't know, it's really hard to see up in here, but underneath the car, right above the axle, the transaxle to the car, there's two triangular gussets going by the frame rails. You might not be able to see it, but there's a couple of holes in them. We supply a 3/8 bolt, lock washer, and nut, and that goes in this big hole right here on the bracket, if you can see, right in this big hole here. So we're gonna put them up there on the gussets, kind of like this. The motor's gonna be pointed up, and this will just simply reroute just by pulling it out there. Once we get it all hooked up, we'll push that little pin into there, and the harness will be nice and tied up, and we can take this and come and replug into the motor. So that's where they're located on the car. Okay, now we just went to the other side of the car to show you one that's installed, so you kind of get a idea of the gusset plate and how the location is.